Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Thursday, April 19th. Well, we finally saw a little bit of rain in the Mid-Atlantic region yesterday, especially in the D.C. region all the way across southeastern Pennsylvania. Not too much, but we'll take it because it's been very dry lately, and there certainly is the threat for more significant rain this weekend into the early part of next week. Combination of events over the weekend. First, a cold frontal system will swing on through Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. There should be some showers and thunderstorms associated with that frontal passage. And then we'll watch a storm that should develop in the southeastern part of the country late in the weekend and ultimately ride up the east coast. Exactly where it ends up by Monday morning is still a little bit up in the air. So the GFS model has a little bit more of an eastern track to the storm, whereas the European model has a much more of an inland type track, and that'll determine exactly how much rain falls here in the Mid-Atlantic region in the Sunday to Monday time frame. Let's take a look at the latest surface map. First of all, cold frontal system is now off the coast. There is a little bit of precipitation just now pulling out of the region here in the Mid-Atlantic region, and there are some leftover clouds and some low fog as well in some of the valley areas across Pennsylvania and northern Maryland. Most of that should dissipate over the next few hours. We should go from basically mostly cloudy skies to mostly sunny skies over the next several hours. And today will turn out to be a rather decent day. There's still enough high pressure here building in later on today to protect us from any precipitation on Friday. Tomorrow should be a rather decent day with plenty of sunshine and rather warm conditions in the low 70s in most parts of the Mid-Atlantic region. In fact, it could turn out that tomorrow will be the warmest day of the next 5 or 6 days as that cold front slides through over the weekend, and it definitely gets chillier Sunday and Monday and probably into Tuesday as well. Here's the latest radar loop. There is some precipitation just now exiting off the Delmarva Peninsula. That should no longer be a threat here in the Mid-Atlantic region. There are some leftover clouds in parts of Pennsylvania and Maryland and throughout the Mid-Atlantic region, but most of that should dissipate over the next several hours, and just about all parts of the Mid-Atlantic region should feature some afternoon sunshine with rather pleasant temperatures, especially for this time of the year. Here's the latest GOES visible satellite image from the Penn State eWall site. Clear skies already from about northern Pennsylvania on points north and east here, and there are some low clouds and fog here right across the central valleys of Pennsylvania into northern parts of Maryland. A mix of clouds and sun across the D.C. region. Again, some of this will dissipate over the next few hours, and just about everybody here from D.C. up through Philadelphia and New York City should feature some afternoon sunshine with rather pleasant temperatures approaching 70 degrees or even surpassing 70 degrees by a couple in many parts of the Mid-Atlantic region. Well, let's take a quick look at the weekend. This is from last night's 0Z GFS run, and again, there's quite a discrepancy for the weekend storm between the GFS and the European model. First of all, Saturday morning, and this is the map for Saturday morning, there will be a frontal system moving into the Mid-Atlantic region, and there should be some showers and maybe thunderstorms associated with that frontal passage, especially during the afternoon and evening on Saturday. It may very well start out with some sunshine on Saturday, but again, the threat for an occasional shower or thunderstorm from this frontal passage during the afternoon and evening hours. Now here's the GFS map for Sunday morning, and by this time it has strong low pressure, but fairly east compared to some of the recent runs. In fact, precipitation is kind of hugging along the east coast here, and again, this is different than the European model. The European model has a storm a little bit closer in, taking an inland track into the perhaps turning westward as it approaches the northeastern part of the country, moving inland in New York State by Monday or Monday night. So I believe the GFS model is probably a little bit too progressive, a little bit too far east with this particular weekend storm potential, and we'll monitor that over the next several hours because that will play obviously a big role in exactly how much rain we'll get here in the Mid-Atlantic region later on this weekend into the early part of next week. There definitely is a threat for some significant rain in the Mid-Atlantic region from Saturday afternoon in through the early part of next week. Well, that's it for now. Stay tuned for updates on the SIweather.com. I'm the SI meteorologist, Paul